Okay, Ian, please.
Nuno, hello. Ian Bolton here. You well?
Thank you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Look, I just wonder how Willy Bolly is. You spoke about him after the game against West Brom. Is he feeling better? Is he able to join in a bit more?
Yes, he's much better. His problems of fatigue, and he's been infected. He's recovering. Then he had a gastroenteritis, so he's getting better. He's been able to join part of the session, and he's getting better.
Just how concerned were you?
A lot, because we didn't know what was really happening, and then came the diagnostics, and we're more relaxed and aware that he needs a couple of days more to go back in totally fitness.
Okay, so not available for this match against Brighton,
No.
but you would hope for perhaps Spurs or Everton?
Yeah. Hopefully, yes.
Good. And João Moutinho, I gather, is back in training after his ankle problem. He's missed the last 2 matches for you. Is he available this weekend?
Yes, he's better. He's training totally with the group. We have 1 session more to go tomorrow, but he's much better. He's improved of his injury, so he's going to be available. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, do you have any other issues? Any new concerns?
Yes, we have, but then you will see in the day of the game, we still have problems.
How many? I mean, clearly you don't want to tell me who, but how many?
If you want to go and ask over and over again, I'll give you the same answer over and over again. We'll have issues. We have 1 more training session to assess, and then we'll play the game with the players that we have.
Okay, look, Vitinha and Owen Otasowie both started against West Brom. For Vitinha, his first Premier League start since January. For Owen, first Premier League start, I think, since December. 4 matches to go. Is this an opportunity for young players like them?
It's an opportunity for everybody. As a squad, we have 4 games to go that must and should be very useful for us in terms of how we compete, how we approach the games. And it's an opportunity for everybody. So we have to decide the team.
Is it important that they can show what they can do purely from a development point of view?
They show every day in the training sessions. They show every day. It's not about the games in terms of evaluation. We have to compete, and we have to choose and decide the team. All the players in the squad, those that are available, they show every day in the training sessions that can be options for the game.
Vitinha is on loan from Porto. Would you like to see him stay? I mean, there is an option, I think, for him to stay.
We have to decide on the players that we have on loan. All the players that we have on loan, we have to decide, but it's not the moment. We have specific dates to do so, and we will approach these situations in the right moments.
And can I ask when that specific date is?
All of those are different. The dates are different for us to make the decision, but it's not yet.
Okay, look, how do you reflect on the match against Brighton earlier in the season? You were, I think, 1-0 down and then 3-1 up, and it finished 3-3, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It was a tough game. I think we did a very good first half, and we started very bad the second half. And then the game went out of control. So I think we let the game go that we had, and we played good for most part of the game. But it's totally different on Sunday. Brighton is a good team, good squad, and play good. And we expect a very tough match, but totally different from the first encounter that we had.
Do you like the way that Brighton go about things, the way that they play football? I mean, it looks like they will be in the Premier League again next season. Is that good for the Premier League?
I like all the games. I see good things on all the teams. I see problems on all the teams, and analyze based on who we're going to face, what are the characteristics of your opponent, and Brighton is a tough opponent, like all the games in the Premier League.
Finally, just let me ask you about Raul Jimenez. How is his progress? There's only 2 weeks of the season to go. Are you still hoping he will play or be able to play for you?
Yes, we are hopeful that this can happen. Raul has an exam and he's going to see the specialist on the 18th of this month. So from there on, we'll know exactly what we need to do, because we need the clearance from the specialists, and it's going to happen on the 18th. Until then, he's working, he's totally fit. We still have precautions on him heading the ball and these kind of things on contact. And like I say, the 18th will be an important day for us to move forward and make the right decisions.
Nuno, thank you. Listen, wish you well.
Thank you.
Hi, Nuno. Hope you're well.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you, after the West Brom game, you said the product is there. It's up to us to try and improve it. How much room for improvement is there, in your opinion?
A lot. Truly believe that all the players have room to improvement, no matter how old they are, how experienced they are, how many matches they have. There's always room to improvement, because we look at the player this way. There's always some detail that we can support and give for him to perform better.
Has it been frustrating for you in terms of the results? I mean, the Burnley defeat, you've had a little bit of an inconsistent period, haven't you? These sort of final 4 games, it'd be nice if you could get 4 wins or some decent results and end the season on a positive.
It's always good to perform good. It's always useful, and this is what we want. This is our expectations, realizing that it's hard and it's game by game. We cannot look at the 4 games. We'll go game by game. So the next one is Brighton. I think we improve the game against West Brom regarding what we did against Burnley. So we expect improvements and different things against Brighton.
As we mentioned, we are sort of getting towards the end of this campaign. From a managerial point of view, with the pandemic and everything that's gone on, has this been the toughest season for you as a coach in terms of dealing with everything that you've had to deal with?
I think it's been tough for everybody. We are no different than other teams. All the teams have suffered problems. The pandemic has affected us as a society and a community. So we are trying to deal with all the situation, knowing that it's been hard and it's going to be even harder to prepare what is in front of us, because we don't have access to the full protocols, how it's going to be. We don't even know if when we return, if we have to be on quarantine, according to the government. All these things are big question marks in our daily situation. So it has affected everybody around the world. So we are no different.
Looking at Brighton, they create a lot of chances, don't they, in their games, but don't take a lot of them. It's going to be very, very key for your defensive line to be on their guard on Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, because they play good. They have good players. And we have to be focused and consistent and defend well. And when we have the ball, we have to play, knowing that we are in Molineux and we have to do much better, much better.
I'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Nuno. Best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nuno, what improvements are you hoping to see from the West Bromwich performance?
A lot of aspects inside of the game. I think we control really well the possession of the ball, but we're not been able, when we break the defensive part, to really finish the action. So it's an aspect that we should improve. We've been able to have set pieces on offensive that we had the first contact, but we didn't produce any clear situation of dangers, something that we have to improve. So there's a lot of aspects around the game that we have to improve. The next one is the best chance to do it.
There were some impressive performances from some of the younger players, as mentioned earlier. How do you see the balance moving forward in terms of getting it right in terms of young players, but also having the experience there as well?
Exactly the same as we've been doing since we arrived, finding the right balance among our squad, realizing that we need a good mixture of experience and youth to be consistent, because all the seasons are very long and anything can happen. So, but it's not the moment. We still have a lot of games to play, and having the players available, it's up to us to decide and choose the right way.
Fabio Silva got his 4th Premier League goal on Monday. How much has he developed this season, and has he developed more behind the scenes than necessarily what we've seen on match day?
Now, what you see in match day is the result of all the things that the players do. So it's the moment that they put out there what they are able to do. And Fabio is a talent player, very young. He's been growing different situations during the season. He started coming up from the bench, then he had to play over and over again. Then he went to another moment that he was not starting and doing well. He started against West Brom. Let's see if he starts against Brighton or he comes from the bench. But he's always a player that we know that still has a long way to go and improve. But I insist the talent is there.
Last week you spoke about how you may move away from the small squad philosophy which you've had in the past. But is there any way that you could have foreseen anything like what you've witnessed this season when it comes to injuries and players being missing?
No, like this season, I think, like I mentioned before, all of us have been affected, and that cannot take away our philosophy. So we have to find the right balance. When I said that, and I repeat, is we'll never decide or choose regarding the numbers and situations of if you go with your life with around ifs, it will be very difficult to decide. But yes, one of the ideas is to try and increase the numbers so we can be more prepared.
And just finally from me, Nuno, at the end of this month, it will be your 4-year anniversary at Wolves. How do you feel about the direction that Wolves are heading in, and how excited are you for the challenges ahead?
I'm very excited for the training session of tomorrow and to play on Sunday against Brighton. I think you know me enough now to expect a different answer from me. It's how I live tomorrow.
Thanks, Nuno. Good luck.
Thank you.
Nuno, just a word on Brighton boss Graham Potter. One of very few English managers who has spent some time working overseas in mainland Europe. Do you think other English coaches would benefit from doing something similar?
I think so, yes. I think it's always useful during your career to experience different situations. It can only make you improve. It can only increase the knowledge that you have. But it's always a personal decision. What I see is that English managers have a lot of quality. So if there's an opportunity for them to go and experience all the situations like I did myself, I came to the UK with the expectation of improvement, of experience a different competition, and I'm very happy. So if you ask me directly, my advice, try, go, experience, know, share, improve.
And each country you've worked in, with your spell in Spain as well, you feel that you've learned something new and stepped forward yourself?
Always. Portugal and Spain, even during my career as a football player, I've been in different countries. I work in Greece as assistant manager of Jesualdo Ferreira. I think cultural experiences improve you as a person.
And you found here, just finally from me, that you've been welcomed with open arms. Talk of your 4th anniversary, but the welcome you've received throughout in Wolverhampton, what you've given back to the city, it's become a very special bond for you, hasn't it?
Because yes, and we've been able to have some special moments together, and we've been able to all share sadness, bad experiences, because we feel the club, we feel the city, and I'm very thankful for all the support that I have, and when I'm on the street, and all the respect that people show to ourselves, I'm very thankful for that.
Thanks, Nuno. Thank you.
I think that's it for broadcasters, please. If we can turn the cameras off and move on.